Hello and welcome to the next Expansive Podcast show. And on this one we're going to be a damn sight more professional than we were last time.
That's not a great start. I start waving.
A quick run through on our site currently, and you have some wonderful reviews and articles and things like that. Especially the main thing for our site is to do with DLC, patches and that type of thing. We're very interested that developers are there to try and improve their games as much as possible, and of course with DLC to expand the games and make them, well, bring out more game material, more story, additional elements that we haven't played before. So check out the site. It's expansivdlc.com, and please try it out.
On that note, I'd like to say that although Skyrim have come up with Elder Scrolls Online, they still didn't fix the original dragon flying backwards in Skyrim before they came out of their game. They thought, we're going to leave that in. We meant to do that, honest. No patch needed.
Yeah, it was there especially.
Done.
It's a special baddie.
Yeah.
Backward flying dragon.
Absolutely.
It wasn't actually a bug.
Where does the fire come from is what I want to know. Actually, I do not want to know
that. Dear. I don't know. A chili. Wow. Wait, anyway. Speak among yourselves. Well, shall we have a quick talk about what we've been playing and give that a go.
Let's do that.
Am I talking to myself? I don't know.
Well, yeah!
Woo! Woo! Gone crazy.
We're not actually here. We're figments of your mind.
We're literally going via satellite and we are holograms. That's how good and futuristic we are.
I'm not really here either. So, Andy, what have you been playing?
So, nicely moving on, or segueing.
Siegewaying.
We don't even have to say it anymore.
Yes.
Putting it another way, talking about as we play. At the moment, I'm currently playing Tales of Symphonia Chronicles on the PlayStation 3. That's a combination of two PlayStation 2 games. First being from way back in 2000. They're releasing.
So it's a new game. An old game that's been.
Yeah, so this is an HD re-release, effectively.
HDI.
But the two games put together. So you've got a huge amount of.
I'm sorry. Go. I had to cough, but I didn't want to do it into the. Oh, that's probably going to cause some extra.
It's all going on today. There's the coughing. There's the cat attacking the fish tank. It's all happening.
It's all good.
Where were you? So from 2000 to.
So it's an HD re-release, but it's both Tales of Symphonia and its sequel on one disc. So as long as you're not too worried about graphics, you're getting two games for the price of one, especially if you've not played them before, which I haven't. It's an action RPG, so it does things a little differently. We're not talking Final Fantasy turn-based stuff, and it's actually quite a lot of fun. It is a bit rough around the edges, being that it's quite an old game, but they've done a pretty good job all round.
So is it anything like Final Fantasy or anything?
He's laughing because I don't even talk about it that much.
There's an ongoing joke. Yeah, actually, since I've been on the podcast,
it's a new joke. There's no ongoing. It's a new joke.
It's a new joke.
So we've been on the podcast circuit for quite a while now, kind of veterans of the game. But since I've been there's been some good joke that Final Fantasy VII has been brought up all the time, and since I've been here, I think we've only mentioned it because you mentioned it.
This is
you mentioned him mentioning it without him mentioning it.
Are we getting attacked by four-legged beasts again?
It's not like Final Fantasy. I mean,
good.
In some ways it is. You've got your world map and you've got your random encounters and that sort of thing, but in the way it actually plays, in a lot of ways it's a lot more fun. The way they've implemented the action element of it is pretty good.
So with fighting, how does that pan out? Is it like the turn-based fighting that you had in?
No, so it's all in real time.
Okay.
So you still have that thing where you go into a battle arena rather than it just being on whatever part of the map you're on now. So the screen breaks apart and all of a sudden you're in a fixed arena. You can freely move around that arena, so you can avoid attacks just by getting out of the way of them. You can block them, but you have to actually block with a specific button.
Yeah.
You've got a normal attack button, and you can string combos together, and you've also got a special attack, but your special attack then uses up some of your magic points, for want of a better word. I say one of a better word. I can't remember what the actual word is now. But
attack buttons.
well, yeah.
How many hours?
What?
Well, how many hours? Okay, so how many hours is the game itself?
So 50 hours per game.
So, because it's
So
on
100 hours
one disc
in
you get
total.
two
Two games,
Two
that are
games.
50 hours each. Yeah.
50 hours each, and you've played how much so far?
About 20.
What have you been playing, Dave?
Well, I've been playing World of Tanks.
World of Tanks.
World of Tanks. World of Tanks. And it's pretty. It's really good. I really enjoy it. Like I've spent a couple of hours playing it, and all it was there was a fly there, as if there's not enough animals in this house. So a fly, and there are cats scratching.
Exactly. I was about to say that very thing. You see, in the past, I could have gotten away with doing that because it was all just audio.
We just look at him like as a weirdo, but now you guys can also enjoy that same interactive thrill of looking at him going, "Oh, that's what he's doing." Okay.
I think I can just ponder on the fact that I've just pretended to be a cat scratching a door on video.
All over YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we should subtitle this show. Smiley Dave, working with amateurs.
No. So World of Tanks, you can play as different tanks. I haven't got the Sherman yet, which is what I want. I've got a Panther.
That's kind of the pinnacle, though, isn't it? The Sherman.
Yeah, no, it's not. They've got all sorts of different stuff, but it costs loads of money, and you've got to have a premium account. And I've only got the free one that came available on Xbox. It wasn't on Xbox Gold, but it was one of those things. Play World of War Tanks now.
Yeah.
A World of Tanks, not War Tanks.
I downloaded it. I had a quick go, and zooming around in the tank. It's quite therapeutic, actually.
It's really nice. It's nice scenery, and I like to be the artillery one because you get to be like really far away, and as soon as you basically have little scout tanks that go and find stuff, like really far away. So you can be at home in the base, all cozy, and you can shoot these artillery things like as far as possible, like 500 meters or something like that, and so you can't get touched. But as soon as someone destroys that scout tank, you've lost those enemies that it's found. You have to, you don't know where they are again, so you have to. It's just guesswork.
Oh.
But it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Like but as you said, it's quite therapeutic, and it's tanks.
And you could sink a few hours into that, I'd imagine.
Oh, absolutely. I have done.
Do you have to have a gold membership to play that, don't you? Because
No, it's free.
It's free completely.
What on Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to download.
Of course, don't you? Download gold memberships. Damn you.
But and they're also. I was very happy to know that they're sponsoring the Metal Hammer Golden Gods, which is right up my street. So
should we do this? Come
God, boom!
I'm just good. Yeah.
I've done my. Give me a Spider-Man.
Whatever.
Rock and roll.
Oh yes.
Do a cup of tea.
Yeah. Darjeeling.
To be fair, I'm the guy who just did this.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just, I think me doing that at this point is just. True.
That would actually ruin rock for everyone.
I've destroyed rock and roll. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for
the ground would open and we would be sucked in if he carries on with that.
I'm sorry.
So, yes. So, anything else with World of Tanks you'd like to share with us?
No, I think it's really cool. The only thing the only problem I have with it is you can't mute everyone quick enough. Everyone else quick enough because they're just some idiots. I was listening to the soundtrack. I'm there blowing up stuff, like having full power. A huge battle's going on, and I've got the bloody single to Frozen going on in the background because some kid's got that on his microphone. All I can hear is. Like,
do you want to build a snowman? No, thank you.
So yeah, maybe like sort of if World of War Tanks have like a patch, I'd definitely ask them to like
mute.
Either mute all button or have like a rock button where you can just have heavy metal whilst you're in heavy metal.
I think a lot of games suffer with that problem though. They should really have a mute all button and a unmute particular people that you maybe want to listen to. There might be certain people you want to actually talk to.
Yeah, not really.
Well, there is that. I
had some Portuguese guy yelling at his kid for playing World of War Tanks and not doing it properly. No, you're doing something. I found out who it was, and I was just like, I just pushed him because you only hear your teammates, so I just kept pushing him and annoying him, and then I just heard his dad getting annoyed at me. And all I heard was like, Smiley Dave UK. I was just like, that's great.
Oh dear.
So, yeah,
it's terrible. It's terrible. With World of War Tanks, no, World of Tanks.
You're doing it now.
I'm doing it now. Has it got tanks from different periods of time in the same place?
No, that's why I also thought it would be really good if they came out with another one. Is have like a modern warfare type thing, because they've only got tanks from it looks like they've only got tanks from like Second World War.
Sort of that period of time.
That period of time, like a Panzer and but it's German, British, and American. I think those are the 3 different types of tanks you can get.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out.
Good stuff.
Do.
I've been playing. What have I been playing? Towerfall Ascension on the PS4. It's a, how do we describe it? It's a bit like Bubble Bobble. Remember Bubble Bobble?
Oh yes.
Bubble Bobble.
Bubble Bobble.
Is that thing where you just shoot off?
With the little dinosaurs that jump up onto different.
Dinosaurs, yeah.
Oh no, I thought you meant you've got an arrow
that's
there.
Puzzle Bobble.
Yeah.
And there was a versus mode, wasn't there?
There was a versus mode.
When Sky first came out, there was like a games thing you can go on there. You pay to that, and it had like a B version of that on. You could play on your remote control.
That's really cool. Yeah, we should try that out.
It was not.
No.
I wasted many hours on Puzzle Bobble.
Yeah. But
which isn't what he's been playing. So let's move on.
There seems to be a little thing at the moment where quite a few different. I've just noticed what's on the foot over there. It's quite funny.
Topical. Almost.
So we've got a. You ripped him in half.
Oh no, you did as well.
Skunk poop.
Oh. Oh well. We won't explain that.
Yeah, worms.
Was she doing a fine impression of during the Expansive?
Oh yes. If you watch the Expansive at Resd episode, you'll find that at the end there's a voice that you hear that announces what Dave's going to be doing in the next episode. That just so happens to be me.
It has to be him. And we talk about Team 17's new game Flockers as well, which is brutal and pretty awesome.
In a brilliant way.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. About sheep and the origin.
Yes,
The
it's
origin
like it's very much like it's like Lemmings, but with tood. A lot of blood.
It looks quite horrific. And I played it when I was at Resd, and I was more shocked by that than some of the bloodthirsty games I've been playing earlier.
It's because it's so sweet. It's so you get these little sheep and they're jumping around. Or one of them's you can put a cape on them, and then one of them's got a helmet, and then the big axe comes down and chops them in half.
Yes. Very sweet. We were talking to Adam.
Yes.
Who's one of the designers. He was telling us that he was told by those above him, so his bosses and whatever else, to make the animations and make the deaths more gruesome. Which I liken to Dead Space, because Dead Space was very much the same. They had 100 different ways that he died.
Yeah, you could die in a lot of ways in that game.
So
I think I died in most of them.
Sheep die in horrific ways in Flockers.
If you like sheep, don't play it.
Yeah.
If you hate sheep, it's perfect.
Therapy, in fact.
Very much so.
If you're allergic to wool or something, you can get your own back.
So anyway, I was saying about Ascension, wasn't I? Towerfall Ascension.
Yeah.
So it's a platform, a shooty game, and you can have up to 4 people playing.
That is the technical term for it as well.
Shooty.
Platform shooty.
It can be cooperative as such in a campaign type mode, and it can also be a versus mode. So 4 of you playing at the same time on the same screen. The only thing I'd say against it is that I've got a screen which is widescreen, as most people do in this day and age, and it actually fills a 4:3 part of your screen, which I think it's proper old school. It's trying to be an arcade game of the olden days, and it works really well. It's nice. It's a really good game. I reviewed it for Expansive, and I think you should check that out. It's quite a good review, even though I say so myself. It's not really. But
Was that a self-review of the review?
A review of the review. So what did you think of my review?
We're going to review our reviewers on review today.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
well, you can have your say as well.
Yes.
So
Comments below.
What did you think of it, Dave?
What, the review?
Yeah.
I thought the reviewer lacked
Conviction.
I hate reviewing that stuff. Like, I can be funny about it. Like, we went to Res and stuff. You set me up with loads of interviews. Gadget Show, they let me loose. Check out the Gadget Show footage. That's what I do. You know, I talked to all these games developers, and they were really proud of their stuff. And all I want to do is have fun, and they're very informative. But they use words, and
Words?
they use words I'm not really that up to date with. Like, when someone said that they had a new I'm gonna look stupid in front of all the gamers now, but they had a new IP. Team 17 had a new IP. I was like, I changed my... Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I was like, they just got beat. Have they got Infinity now? It's like, is their connection better? Is that worthy of conversation?
Can we put up on the screen what IP could stand for?
Yes, please.
Or just comment below.
Internet provider,
IP,
Internet protocol.
Igloo purchaser,
Igloo Pingu?
Indigo
Purple?
Indigo Pearl.
Ah!
There we go. There's a plug for a PR company. There you go.
Yeah, it's all very good. Very good. So yeah, I've not really said much about Ascension. But,
Well bitten, sir.
I like to have little bits.
Done with since panache.
What is?
Panache. Panaki.
Done with panache.
Oh,
sorry.
intensive panache. IP. There's another IP. There we go.
Comments below. So, so that's a really good game. We were talking about Towerfall on PS4, and one of the problems as well is that there's no network play, so you can't play your friends anywhere else. It's all local play.
Just local co-op.
Yeah, which is great. So you have 3 mates over, have a few drink, and then you can play this quite nicely. It's very very good for that.
Quite a rare thing to do now, isn't it? To have people over rather than just playing it on.
Very true.
Maybe they'll patch it in later.
Possibly, I'm not sure. I think if you look at their other games, they try and keep them very simple. And Towerfall as well came out originally for the Ouya. And Ouya. Does that sound? That can't be pronounced properly, can it? Oh yeah.
When they spell things with like mainly vowels, you can just go where you want. Jamiroquai.
And yeah, I just found that quite odd that I couldn't call somebody up and say, right, let's have a game of this online.
Well, you could, but they'd have to drive around your
house. They would,
first.
yeah, which is quite an alien concept in a way. Yeah. But at least
we could play it.
Well, yeah, at least one person.
That's 3.
That's a good point. I haven't got 3 joypads though.
See, if you said that, I could brought them with me.
That's a problem.
We could have done it like it was 1998.
On the subject of
what are we talking about?
On the subject of like sort of talking about like names and just like sort of putting them properly, the Hobbit film. I found out
there and back again. Yeah, or not anymore.
Or was it Desolation of
Smaug?
Right now, because I live in London. There's loads of people from different like sort of accents and different backgrounds, and people just saying that the title is amazing. My favourite one came from Sweden. Not racist. This is what he said. Desolation of Smaug. And I was just like, that's brilliant. Smaug. So if you can like sort of send us a way of maybe make a YouTube video and send it in to us, we'll look at that. We might even play the best of the Desolation of Smaugs. In your native accent, wherever you're from. That'd be awesome.
Let's do that. Should we put some link where they can send this to?
No. Hashtag expansive Smaug.
Try spelling that.
Yeah, expansive. Hashtag expansive SMAUG.
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's do that.
That's quite alright.
Cool. That's our first Twitter thing
Funnily
ever.
enough, you say about names in Lord of the Rings, and possibly Hobbit, and they're probably changing the name of the third one apparently.
Changing the name?
What?
I think they might be changing it from There and Back Again to Into the Fire.
Oh,
apparently.
I'm going to say There and Back
Allegedly.
Again is just like sort of A to B. You might as well just shorten it down to that.
Yeah, but that's kind of what
the original.
That's a original thing, isn't it?
Well, it's There and Back Again.
Yeah. Anyway.
Still,
we digress.
We are a little bit. I'd hate to cut this one.
Although, since we're talking about the Hobbit, there is an As We Play of Hobbit Lego
yes,
on the site, so check that out. Yes, rescued. Let's move on.
There is one thing with that though.
Always ruin it. That's it.
There's something quite interesting. Right? There's something interesting with that is that we're only 2 films into a trilogy.
Yeah, the third's going to
And
be
they've
DLC,
just released
isn't it?
the Lego game for it.
Well, they don't even know what the name of the third one is yet, so they can't release it.
So do they touch upon any of the story from the third?
No. So the third part of the trilogy is going to be DLC.
Oh, okay.
Do you reckon he'll milk it? Make it part 1, part 2.
No, I think that, well...
Like Harry Potter.
To be fair,
Twilight, yeah.
Surely they've already done that, haven't they?
I think...
But he didn't make any more books. We're going to have to just we'll milk it out. Go on, Peter Jackson. You know you want to.
To be fair, Lord of the Rings, kind of like that big. Hobbit. 3 films.
Very small
3
lettering.
films?
Wow.
Really?
Be like part 1, the Narked Dragon. Part 4, end of Narked Dragon.
It could work. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Crouching Hobbit, Hidden Dragon.
Yes, they do a lot of that. Hiding
Like it,
Hobbit,
yeah.
Hiding
Yeah.
Hobbit, Hidden Dragon.
Hidden Hobbits. You can actually wander around from day to life. They were the original Wombles, but they evolved from Hobbits.
This
Not a lot of people know that.
This makes a lot of sense, actually. I agree that we should move on to something else. So,
I think that's a very good idea.
so we've done War Tanks, no Tanks, World of
Tanks.
World
Oh
of Tanks.
So we've done World of Tanks, we've done Tales of
Symphonia,
Chronicles.
and we've done Towerfall Ascension, and that's basically a wrap for this episode. So I think we are ticking on for a few years. Yes, have a lovely day and check out our other videos. So bye bye.
Toodle Pip.
Cheers.
There was a cheesecake that did it.
This is what happens when you bring a podcast and they put cameras. It just
Exactly. I
throws
was
it
about
off.
to say that very thing. You see, in the past, I could have gotten away with doing that because it was all just audio.